Hey guys, hey, this is your girl Lati here. It's Here's When We Tarot Show. We show enough, never know what you're gonna get. Coming in with a super late, early morning message, whichever one. You think I got a little lock thingy or something on my camera, which is weird. I don't know how to make it go away. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe, oh, it disappeared. Look at that. That's kind of go along with the message. Not weird, but synchronicity. So, welcome back, y'all, to the Tears and Week Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. Your girl was doing what we usually do towards the end of the night, and we're processing a video, a session. We watching other ish, but I kind of got that inkling, and I started thinking about spiritual warfare, and this is something I've touched on about a time or two, so it's really not anything new. But if you new, welcome to the Tears and We Tarot Show. Welcome to the wheat field. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But tonight I was meditating on the concept of rebuking or returning to sender. And it was like, which is the best thing for us to do? We've always been told to offer all things up to the Most High, and it will do the rebuking. It will return what is needed to be returned. So if somebody is sending spiritual warfare to you, or if they are you're in a spiritual battle with someone, of course there's a couple ways to handle it. A lot of people prefer to just return to sender, like I return to sender, and they do that. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody got their own method. But I was looking for more, like, in depth of, because we all go through spiritual warfare, and we all figure out how to handle it. And I definitely have been feeling spiritual warfare and spiritual attacks. And, I always offer the energy up to the Most High God. Like, whatever a person sends to me for whether it is, no matter what it is, I offer all things up to the Most High God. And in that, the Most High God knows what to deliver on to me, like what is good, what is edifying for my spirit. What do I need? What am I learning? Do I require protection? All of it. And I'm always asking for protection. I'm always asking for my spiritual tools to be replenished. We probably need to do that more often, because we've kind of gotten out of that constant habit of doing it. Like on a daily basis, asking for our tools to be replenished, having our portion for this day. And because we don't know what the day will hold, it's unknown to us what the Most High God knows. But I do always offer the day itself up to the Most High and receive what's given on to me, knowing that what the Most High God will provide is edifying, is good for my soul, to strengthen me spiritually, and asking for my heart's desires to come in, to be met, and having all things syncopated and woven in together for that effect. Now, some days are hard and difficult and challenging. We've had a couple of those, even on through this week, and the messages that we need seem to come in, and it's like, okay, great, I thank you for sending that my way, or putting me in my pathway to receive it. But of course, people are always throwing energy around, just slinging energetic arrows in some sort. And so I was brought over to Psalm 64. We went out, we were seeking, and what we discovered was Psalm 64 kind of speaks to this. And I'll read it if you don't mind. If you're not, your girl is spiritual. I'm not religious at all. But I love religious texts because I'm a student of theology. That's why I'm not religious. I don't ascribe to any one religion. But I like theology. I like to see how the Most High God has spoken to its we across creation, as much of it as I can get my hands on, right? So, yeah. Psalm 64. starting from verse 1. We're just going to read the whole thing. It says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my complaint. Preserve my life from the dread enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the scheming evildoers, who whet their tongues like swords, who aim bitter words like arrows, shooting from ambush at the blameless." And I literally got the energy on who aim bitter words like arrows, like people who speak very negatively of you over and over and over again. I feel very repetitive, like even if they are not doing like that, what we consider spells and conjuring, they are casting spells because they are constantly speaking negatively of you or over your life. And so they are sending that negative energy at you, over your name, over your energy, over your life, over your light, I feel. And it says, "They hold fast their evil purpose. They talk of laying snares secretly talking about snares, laying traps, deceit, manipulation, and just, I feel, malicious intent. And I feel preparation to intentionally harm someone, either whether it is through lies and deceit or it is an actual action. But in this case, I feel like they intend for the lies that they tell to be hurtful against you. I feel it says, thinking, who can see us? Who can see us? Like they're talking behind your back and you don't know that it's like they don't think that you're gonna feel it, you're gonna know it. And it's somebody that you love, it's somebody that you care about, it's somebody that you are, I feel, close to, that's talking like this about you. It says, or about me. Yeah, I feel like, for personally as well. Who can search out our crimes? We have thought out a cunningly conceived plot. Who can find our plans? Who can search out our crimes? We have thought out a cunningly conceived plot. Like these people think that their plan against you is so airtight, like it's so tight, it's so strong that nobody will be able to figure it out, right? For the human heart and mind are deep, but God will shoot its arrow at them. And that's where 808 on the phone. That's where I got to. God will shoot its arrow at them. See, the Most High God knows who is conceiving, who is conspiring, who is lying, knows them specifically, and even knows the depth of their heart and their true intent and what is really going on with them. Even though they may be conspiring with other people, the Most High God knows the truth about why they are conspiring. Because, see, they could tell other people anything and gather and garner support, and all these people come against you like a community of people, I feel. But the one who is leading the charge, the one who feels like they need to gather support, they're not telling people the why. They're not telling people the why. They're only telling the lies that they want people to know so that they can get the support that they need to strengthen the words that they speak, to give them weight, to give them validity. But God will shoot his arrows at them and they will be wounded suddenly. Whatever is going to come to these people is going to come fast. It's going to come swift. And I hear like a thief in the night. The Most High God moves like a thief in the night. And these people are too busy chatting to watch. They're not watching. So we must stay mindful and continuously to watch. And I feel to speak goodness. And I feel like to offer things up to to the Most High so that its intelligence can go to work. I can do a return to sender, but is that going to be what? I feel like the Most High God could do way more than what I can even imagine on doing. And I think that it is a fun thing. Like, it delights me to offer the negative energy up to the Most High. Because then the Most High will take that and shoot its arrow at them. Because, see, my arrow doesn't have nothing on the Most High God's arrow. I mean, their arrow don't have nothing on the Most High God. Even if I say return a sender 20, 50, 100,000, fulfilling billion times, what the Most High God gonna put on that? Huh. The Most High God gonna put some stank on that. What I'm saying, like, it's when it shoot its arrow back at them, and it's gonna hit suddenly, and it's gonna take them out, like, again, like the thief in the night. The Most High God is gonna come in and cut all of them down, and then I don't have to worry about having any of that on my hands. My hands is clean still. Cause see, it says, and who aim bitter words like arrows shooting from ambush at the blameless. I remain blameless. If I return the sender, then I'm accountable for the return. I'm not blameless. I'm just saying. People say that. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all can take it however it resonate for you. Just saying. But if I get into a match, that's like if you throw a rock at me and I pick that rock up and I throw it back at you, aren't I accountable for throwing that rock? I think so. Even if you threw it at me and it's your rock, I'm going to throw it back at you. What if like the person now look and they only see me throwing your rock back at you? Either way, I'm still in that space of returning and slinging back and forth. But if I just say, oh, you threw a rock at me, here you go. Now I wait on the Most High to do what it's going to do. And it's going to return that to you in such a way that's like, whoa. And all I'm going to do is sit back and watch. I don't know about y'all, but I'm an empress. Emperor. I got emperor energy. And I'm too damn busy. I ain't got time to be energetically fighting any other person, tear or weak. I just don't. I go through it. I get engaged and I get pulled out of my pocket and I get taught real quick. Don't do that. It take more out of you to do that than anything else. And then you got to worry about what you did, because we are all accountable for our portion in it. Even the act of returning it to sender. Just saying. I offer all things up to the Most High God. That's the advice I will always give. Nothing more, nothing less. Everybody else that have the opportunity to do what they want to do. We hear it all the time. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Everybody's returning to sender. But the real sender is the Most High God, who created all things, good and evil. So why not give it to them? The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. It created all things. Everything. Just like the story of Saul and David. See, when David was anointed, an evil spirit was sent on to Saul. So all the things that Saul did onto David to have David in this position talking about this, saying, hear my voice, O God, in my complaint, is because the Most High God had put that on Saul to chase him down. So if I'm returning it to the Most High God and I'm offering it up to the Most High God, I'm sending it back to the sender. That which sent it. It may not make sense to everybody, but when you really, really break this here down as to what this text says happened, When David was anointed, an evil spirit was sent on to Saul. I think it's down in Kings. I'm pretty sure we could pull it out. It says, then everyone will fear. Then everyone will fear. They will tell what God has brought about. It's all about the will of the Most High. It ain't my will. It's the will of the Most High God. I offer all things up that thy will be done. Again, thy will is greater than anything that I can imagine. I don't know. Anywho, y'all, let's get it on. Then everyone will fear, and they will tell what God has brought about and ponder what he has done. Let the righteous rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. Let the upright in heart glory. Let all the upright in heart glory. Let all the upright in heart glory. If I get into a spiritual battle with somebody slinging negative energy all over the place, I don't feel like that puts me in the upright. I just don't. It feels like that I'm doing the same thing. And then, yeah, they sent it to me, so I'm sitting there back. Okay, petty Patty, I'm just saying. We can be petty if you want to. That's your business. You can do what you want to do. I have been petty on plenty of days. Yesterday was one of them. Pettiness comes out. It do. Your girl, this is self-edifying. It's very much true. I wasn't petty in a spiritual battle, but it was, well, spiritual and physical. Battling for position, for control. Why? When it already is. So I'm counseling me too. I don't do the spiritual return, but I damn sure do the physical. And we seeing self. Them look into the mirror. It's been a theme all day. Look into the mirror. I trust in the Most High God to handle that. The same way I need to trust the Most High God in handling that physical situation. Yeah. In the reality, in the 3D. To trust that the Most High God will handle that too. And it doesn't make me any weaker or whatever. It's not a threat to my position, my ego, myself, my personhood, any of that if I walk away. Because everything will happen in divine timing. It is. Dreams came out too. Somebody may be getting attacked in their dreams, unable to sleep, anxiety. You know, I feel restlessness. Yes, your intuition is here. Intuition says to listen closely. To return all things unto the Most High God again is to give it back to the true sender. The sender of all things. If the Most High God will afflict Saul with an evil spirit so that it could do what it did to David, to chase it, to haunt him down nearly to death, to seek to kill it, kill David, him is what I meant to say. It was strengthening David. It taught him some stuff. It put him through some trials and tribulations that he needed to go through in order for the fullness to come about. And David really, going with the flow is a thing. Allowing it to happen, understand that it's happening for you and not to you. So no matter what it is, it's happening for you, especially if you are still granted the breath of life, that it did not kill you. It too shall pass. It did pass. And if it did pass, then you are strengthened because of it. So we have gratitude for all things, beloved. It gives us direction. It might be telling us something. Let's put this down here a bit so y'all can see whatever comes out. Direction, I feel. It may be pushing you in a certain direction. Do you want anything in here? That's one. Yeah, like I said, pushing you in a certain direction. I'm going to push this down just a little bit too so y'all can see this card right here. We see this on the right path, on the right path. It's pushing you on your path. It is. We may not know it because the mind of the Most High God is so much. I mean, like, really? Come on now. It called everything in existence by its word, its intelligence. I mean, isn't so we definitely cannot know, and it's gonna be in a way that we just don't understand. So do we get angry and frustrated? Yes, but it's something that's here to put us through the fire, put us through the trials so that we can change. Again, change, transformation. Pray through it, beloved. Pray. That's what David was doing, was praying. Even in his complaint, he was praying. And he was praying that the Most High God was going to resolve everything, knowing even still in that to give it all up to the Most High, that the Most High's arrow that it shoots will be greater. If I'm returning your energy back to you with 10 times, 100 times, a million times magnified, do you know the force of the Most High God even compared to that? You throwing them little bitty ass rocks. It's like you threw a penny at me and I'm going to do it 100 times. 100 times a penny is $1. Get the fuck out of here, really? But if I give that penny to the Most High God, what is going to do with that penny? It damn sure ain't going to be no dollar. Because, see, I can imagine $1. The Most High would do more than what you can imagine. Put that shit in perspective. I give it to the Most High God and wait on it. Patience and pray. Wait and pray. And look what freaking card I'm holding in my hand. I ain't even looked down and see it. And what did I say? I said patience and pray. Patience and pray. I cannot tell y'all. It don't do nothing but cause confusion. But this was upside down when I picked it up. Y'all see, we turned the deck around. Worthiness. We are worth so much more than to be sitting around here slinging spiritual rocks. It takes up too much time, too much energy. And I'm just saying, I hear it from my week all the time. Every channel you turn, everybody is saying, I return it, and this, and this. I offer it up to the Most High. Guys, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm just saying, go within and check your own self. Do what you think is the right thing to do. 2227 on the phone. Do what you think is right. If you feel like you want to just be slinging around spirit, because there's a lot of spiritual attacks. It's harvest time. Folks finna get ready to eat. And there's some that's going to be eating, and there's some that's going to be over there sitting in that seat. Because if your table is being prepared in front of your enemies, and it's a whole bunch of people that can't sit at your table, they don't have a seat. We talked about releasing that seat. You have to get up out that seat. But if this person is up out that seat, they sitting over there, they envious as the fuck, they talking shit, they snickering, they trying to gather support, they trying to sneak you, they trying to, again, plot behind your back, plot your demise, talking about it and all of that nastiness. And then I'm going to bless it and eat and go on. So you're going to be slinging rocks with everybody, because how many people can't go? If you chosen and you looking for your tribe, it's only a select few that's going to go with you, just a very few. You know how many people fucking talking about you? You know how much energy it takes to just, I return the sender, anybody that's sending me anything and this, that, and the other. Look, I give it to the Most High God and let the Most High sort it out. It knows who you, oh, you get this, and you get that, you get this, and you get that. It knows. Because I could be returning, I could be sending my own self negative juju. I'm returning that on to me too. No, I want to give that up to the Most High. What about my shadow? When I'm speaking negativity on self and casting spells against me. Anybody that's sending me negative energy, I mean, we don't think about it like that, though. Fail. Yes, that's a fail. Absolute fail. Listen. Forgive them. Forgive those that transgress against you, for they know not what they do. Oh, because see, anything that you send to me, I'm sending it to the Most High God, and it's going to return it on to you. So you did not know what you was doing. So I forgive you. I offer my forgiveness and I offer my grace. Why? Because I seek it daily for what I do against self. When I transgress against me or anybody else. So pause and wait on that. That's a stop. With all that energy, all that negativity, everybody just spreading it around. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. This was just a quick little message, like, because I was watching it and hearing people say it everywhere, and I'm just like, so what? You know, this is how these cycles of negativity continue. It takes one person to stop. Two people are going to continue to argue until one person decides they just not going to do it no more. I'm just not. I'm going to give it to God. You know what? Let's just let this rest. I'm going to give it to God. It was 2543 on the phone. 7 and 7 again. Trust this. Trust it. Trust the Most High to take care of it. Trust the Most High to take care of it in divine timing. We saw divine timing. We see patience. You're on the right path. Go within. Go with the flow. We saw that too. Pray more. Pray. Give it to the Most High God and pray. 2611 on the phone. Pray. The Most High God knows exactly what to do with that. It knows its creation, that which sent that. And they sent it on the Most High God, because the Most High God allowed them to do it. You never know what the Most High God put on them to do what they doing onto thee, to push thee in the way for which you should go. You could be like David, yo. Just saying. Pray. Pray. 2648 on the phone. Pray. Pray. Anything else, beloved? No. Ashe. Pray. We believe, yet we don't believe. Belief versus unbelief all the time. And I struggle with it too. Ego, control, letting go, releasing all things unto the Most High God, that which made me, which made thee. We will eat every word we speak. So just the speaking of return to sender is returning all of that negativity that you may have done back onto you. But are you casting it down? Are you binding even that up and asking the Most High to cast it down, never to return? It's a difference between returning to sender and then never to return. To shield yourself, to block it off, to make it void and vain, to cancel it, to I hear cancel, I hear dismantle, I hear terminate. I ask the Most High God to bring back onto me any word that I may have spoken against self that would cause an error onto my life. I ask the Most High to bring them back, to bind them up, to bind them up, to bind them, 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 and cast them down, never to return, so that they do not take root and breathe and live in my experience. I just wanted to share that with y'all. 2902. Pray more. Ask the Most High to repent unto the Most High God, your Creator, is the source of all things good and good and evil. Unlock and open your eye so that you can see everywhere. The Most High is everywhere. High to east, west, south. I see the direction. You, all of you, everything, cycling, ascending, moving upward. One step at a time, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, so that you can go to the end of your destiny as you have been ordained. Now, open your eye and see. Close it and think. Vision. See. Your spiritual eye. I feel like your higher self, or this is your higher self, as above to the below. Like the reflection. See. Vision. Can you see? What is your vision? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is your vision? Is it, can you see the source everywhere? The source is, it is the source of all things. The Most High is the source of all things. 33:23 on the phone. 33:24. Clear your energy. Clear your energy. Manage your energy. Return all things to the Most High God and manage your energy. It's about self-mastery. Not about what any other energy is doing, but mastering self. Worry. People are worried about the weapons that are formed, but no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Again, go within. Go within to self. Help is always on the way. 34:34 on the phone. Help is always on the way. And the Most High God gets angry. The wrath of the Most High Come on, man. I'd rather give it to the Most High God. I'm ready to tell all the time. I am very tired of fighting battles, of fighting. I don't want to fight. I want peace. And in order to have peace, I must prioritize peace. Therefore, I must become peace. Be peace. And again, somebody is getting attacked in their dreams. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. Set up some boundaries. And you're being attacked because of your nature. You may feel like you're a failure, but you're not. You're on the right path. And because you're on the right path and you've been found worthy, you must pray. Pray all the time. Get some perspective, a higher perspective. I can't tell you to do a fuck shit thing, but I can tell you that you're changing. You're transforming. You are being called to balance and to go with the flow. Go within, go with the flow, come to to balance you out, to come into alignment with the Most High God so we can raise our frequencies and ascend. We can't do that when we are engaged in the same type of energetic battle, mirroring another energy that's slinging that to you. The deflection to send it up to the Most High, because all things are up. No matter what's coming in, it's all given back up. I will receive what's good for me, my heart's desires. That's balance, and that's how we overcome obstacles. 3644 on the phone. That's how we do it. That's how we overcome. That is how we overcome. That is how we come to balance. That is how we transform. Expect the unexpected. Anything that comes towards me, I deflect it up to the Most High God. I ask that my light be so bright that nothing cannot enter. It cannot. It has to match this resonance, this frequency, to mirror in order to come in. My light protects me. It shields me. It places a hedge around me. I am surrounded because I seek and put my attention, my focus on balancing my energy. In order to do that, I call in peace. Peace. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in the Most High God, the Alpha, the Omega, that which called me to give me my decree, a calling and an answer thee. I was chosen to be a vessel in this plane, and I'll split back on pray again. Chosen to be a vessel and come to this plane to do a work. I stepped up in the spirit and said, yes, I will go. And I know that the word will not return void. It will not. It will fulfill all that it is ordained and destined to do. And in order for that word to be fulfilled, it will go through. It will bear a cross. It will have burdens. But the Most High God makes those burdens light. As long as I stay in alignment and attunement and in balance with the Most High, justice will be served. Because I just feel balanced. I feel the scales. I feel I have the Most High, the Alpha and Omega on each side, and they issue the justice. Them two together, I mean, they're protecting me. They're before me. And I know that they're keeping me on the right path. Just like David. When David was anointed, the trials were sent after David. It was set in motion by the Most High for a very particular reason, to bring forth a king. to breathe forth a king, and to accept the process and offer all things up and trust and know. It doesn't take to, it's not just faith. It's not just faith. It's a different level of confidence and self-assuredness in the Most High God, that every and anything in creation is onto the source that made us all. For we are whole and we are complete, and there's nothing broken and there's none missing. And every piece of it is a reflection. It is the source. Every piece of it. For we are creation. We are made by its word. For creation was called by the word. And we have the power to call life and death. And when we return onto sender, not only are you returning things back onto you, you will eat those words too. People don't see it like that, but I do. And I'm differently different. And I was called to be so. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. You may not know how the Most High is going to work it out. We may forget that the Most High is everything. Everything is the Most High. So for me, I'm going to return it to the Most High consciously. Give it up, say it, profess it out, to speak it out, to speak out that word, because the word lives. Life and death is by the power of your tongue. You call your existence, you call your manifestation. Not everything, because some things are done unto you, but we get to respond and we get to react and we get to do it consciously. We are aware of what we're doing, and I'm speaking and counseling on to self too in this prayer, that we do it a little bit more cognizant, that each of us are worthy even when we don't judge it to be so. For us to clear our own energy and master self and pause with all of the spiritual battles, those things that create more confusion. Know that your light itself is your boundary. The Most High God will protect thee. And everything that's brought on to you is to assist in your transformation, your elevation, your road to your destiny. Every day, just take another step forward. Keep on walking. And again, you will see how your table is made, the presence of your enemies. It's going to be an audience stadium full of them. Like how much? And all of them will get, each one of us will eat what we deserve, what we speak in divine timing. Each one of us will eat what we speak. We will reap the fruits of our own labor in divine timing. The snare that they set for you, they will fall to in divine timing. We only need to go within. Happiness. Forgiveness. Love. Light on voluntary escape. Light. The light on voluntary escape. And escape where? To earth. Voluntarily. Did we come to learn, to serve, to be an expression of the Most High God? Consciously aware of self, and self being aware of thee, my other self. I return all things unto the Most High God. And I ask that anything that I may have said that will cause an error onto my life be returned onto me so that I can bind it up. I ask upon your authority for you to step in to call it. It is your word that I've spoken. If I've spoken in error, call it back and bind it. And I ask that you cast it down to never return. Brighten my light, restore me. Restoration. For I am redeemed. forgiven. Grace and mercy. Something about having redemption. I love y'all. Just like I love the Alpha and Omega. My mom and dad that sent me. I came voluntarily, willingly. So I delight in serving thee and offering thyself unto them as a vessel, along with all other things, anything that I may have acquired, anything that I may have learned, my whole life experience. For my life belongs unto it. For I am it, a pixel, a piece, just a little bit. Gave me that infinite intelligence, the word put down inside of me and the breath of life. Oh yes, that word, it breathes. And as it goes forth on that breath of life to create all things, I know that I am creation, the only begotten, as are you. For we are whole and we are complete, and there is nothing broken, and there are none missing. This one's done, y'all. Ashe.